Hi, I'm Peggy. I've worked in my classroom, a preschool classroom. It's 3, 4, and 5-year-olds with various degrees of disabilities or abilities, depending on how you want to state it. I've been there for 15 years. So we've seen all kinds of things and all kinds of children. It's been very fun, very rewarding, and very challenging. I'm going to answer some questions and hopefully I answer them um, with the most information that I can give you. First of all, number one is, what are the primary responsibilities of a teacher's aide other than assisting the teacher with daily routines? Um, Basically, that's what we do. We are there to help the teachers with everything, to help the students with everything. Preschool toilet training, helping them learn how to eat, using utensils properly, their personal needs. 3, 4, and 5-year-olds aren't the best at wiping their noses or covering their mouths when they sneeze or keeping their hands out of their pants. All those things they need to learn. And with these kids, it's a little bit harder and they don't always get to learn them at home. So that's what I'm there for. Number two is, how does a student get a teacher's aide? Well, one-on-ones are usually the district's choice. It's between the, I'm trying to think, it's between the doctors, the parents, and gosh, I'm thinking probably an OT, the school psychologist. There's all kinds of factors that are weighed in order to decide how a one-on-one is needed. I am not a one-on-one. I work with a whole classroom full of kids along with another aide and a teacher. Okay, let's see. Number three, you have, what are the requirements for the position? In order to be a teacher's aide in my school district, I had to pass an instructional assistance test. And then I have to maintain a first aid and CPR certificate. When No Child Left Behind came into effect, we had to be grandfathered in for that. I do not have an AA, and that is what is required now with the No Child Left Behind. But because I had been in the position for so long, I had to just pass. It was a series of tests, questions. It was quite involved, and we just had to pass that and turn our paperwork into the district, and then we were grandfathered into it. Okay, let's see, number four. What does your work environment look like? For example, are you a secondary school teacher, secondary school hire, or daycare? Like I said, I'm in preschool. I have 3, 4, and 5-year-olds. We have various degrees, autism, Down syndrome, language delays, behavioral issues. Sometimes we do get kids that are either lower functioning than our classroom requires, that we have to switch around and find the right place for them. But we've gotten emotionally disturbed kids. We've had kids that have been select mute. So there's lots to work with, lots to learn, and learn something new every day. Let's see, we have number five. In the instance you are working with an extremely active child, what techniques do you use to bring the student back on task without disrupting the class any further? Good luck with that. All day long is a disruption. The kids are moving and wiggling and squirming, and sometimes with a child that has a really hard time sitting still, I will sit behind them. And depending on what they like, some like to be touched, others you don't touch them at all. The ones that like to be touched, I'll usually sit behind them. They like to lean up against my knees. Sometimes they like direct pressure, and I'll find them reaching for my hands, and they'll pull my hands around them, and I'll give them a little hug, a little squeeze, kind of motion, and depending on what the kid learns, they like. If they like it, they're going to ask for more. If they don't like it, sometimes you'll set them off and you'll learn that's not what you do. So each child is an individual, and you have to just learn to deal with their individual needs. That's just the way it is. Number six is, what is your view on best practices for guiding students with challenging behaviors? I find that if you get down on the floor one-on-one. Most of them don't want to look at you in the face, but if you look at them in the face, talk to them in a calm voice, you tell them, okay, Tommy, it's time to calm down. It's time to sit. Don't ask them. Don't say, are you ready to sit? No, don't give them that option. You tell them, it's time to sit down. It's time to be quiet. It's time to keep your hands to yourself. Whatever behavior that they were doing that you want them to stop, tell them the correct thing to do. Don't tell them, stop touching. Tell them, it's time to keep your hands to yourself. And it gives them the option. Actually, it really isn't an option. It's telling them, this is what you need to do, so let's do it. And a lot of the times it works. So let's see. Number 7, what are the greatest challenges in your classroom? Like I said, we get kids that aren't really supposed to be placed in our class, but when they come into the district and they don't know where to put them, sometimes our classroom or other classrooms will get them, and then they have to be reevaluated, and they'll go where they go. Those cases when we have either the emotionally disturbed kids or the kids that are severely delayed, those are the challenges, because it is such an impact on the kids that are there, that have really kind of gotten a grip on what they're supposed to do and how they're supposed to behave and what they're learning, and things are sinking in. And then this new kid is thrown in the group and it's like a free-for-all. It's just, you got to contain that child. Try to keep that child as calm as possible. Not always possible, but try to do it. How do you like to collaborate with your team members, and what collaboration challenging, and what can I do as a future teacher to help you do your job? Okay, that's number 8. So I'm going to flip through here and go to number 8. In our classrooms, because we have all 3 preschool classrooms all in one area of the school, we're very close. All teachers and aides are constantly collaborating on the kids. We're constantly sharing what works with one child, what doesn't work with that child. It's really a very user-friendly class, all of them. And what we do is we work with all of the children together in the very first part of the day. What they have come up with is what they call a sensory motor lab. All the kids get off of the bus. We line up, we go out to the big playground where there's a play structure, there's swings, there's a slide, there's a climbing wall, and then they bring out bikes, they bring out T-stools, they bring out spinners, we do jumping, we do balls, everything. And all 3 classrooms with all of these various degrees of disabilities or abilities. And the kids have gotten into the routine, they know what to do, they love it. And it's a great way for all of us to share different ways, different abilities, different guidelines. It's awesome. If you can work with a whole bunch of people all at once and get as much information as possible, that's the best as far as I'm concerned. Okay, that was number 8. Let's see. What, in your opinion, is the best method for communicating with parents? I have a minimal amount of contact with the parents, but because we usually do toilet training and helping with feeding and helping the kids to learn to feed themselves, things like that, those are the type of things that I would talk to parents about. And it's usually at the end of the day, the parents that do come to class to pick up their kids, if they've had a particularly troubling day, or if they sent something in their snack that was really hard for the kids to handle, say the packaging they couldn't open, or even with help they couldn't open, those are the things that we would let the parents know. So, hey, look, you know, that one package of crackers was really hard. Let's try something else next time. Or, he used the toilet 3 times today. Woohoo! You know, I mean, it's a big day. For me as well as them. So those are the things that I talk to parents about. Anything that's out of my realm, I refer to the teacher. She's the boss. She's the one that needs to talk to the parent. And that's the best thing to do. When working with the children and a certified teacher in the classroom, are you ever included in parent-teacher meetings? No. Um, I don't ever go to parent-teacher meetings. I don't think any of the other aides in our school district goes to parent-teacher meetings. Occasionally, the teacher will ask me when she's preparing for an IEP meeting, like particular goals. No. Have you seen Tommy talking with friends? Or is he still playing parallel? Or are they interacting? Things like that. She will ask those things if I've noticed it, if the other aide in the classroom has noticed it, but I do not attend meetings. What makes you stay in the field? The kids. I enjoy the children. I enjoy playing with the children, working with the children. I won't lie to you. I got in a job at the school district because my kids were at school and I wanted to have the same holidays as they did. I wanted to be home when they came home. They've all graduated from college now. They're out of the house and I'm still in school. So it's got to be the kids. What are some of the examples of social interactions implemented on the daily routine? Oh, with social acceptance and social justice. Perfect. Motor lab, like I said, our sensory motor lab. The kids all learn how to wait their turn, how to interact with their friends. If they don't like what they're doing, we tell them, you need to turn to Joey and tell him to please stop that. And they're learning. They're learning not to reach around and smack the kid. They're learning to keep their hands to themselves. A lot of the things that they learn are stuff that you don't think you have to teach them at school, but these guys are little and they need to learn it. Let me see. I thought I had jotted a couple other things down here. Especially table activities. When we work in a classroom for table activities, when we're doing art projects or maybe puzzles or, oh gosh, Play-Doh, anything like that. Trying to teach the kids how to ask their friends politely, please can I have a turn? Or if you want to help them to initiate sharing, teach them how to say, this is really fun, would you like a turn? Things like that. They don't understand that this is something that they can do and they're learning it, and it's a slow process. Most importantly is teaching to keep their hands to themselves. That's a hard one. Let's see. What are the strategies implemented to improve reading comprehension with children with mild or moderate disabilities? Reading preschool, what we do is when we're reading the books to them, it's usually after each page, we'll ask them something about that page. Say it's a book about, say, the farm animals running in from the rain. So we finish the page and we say, how many farm animals were there? And some kids may be able to raise their hand and say there were 2. And then you'll say, well, okay, well, let's count. And then we count the farm animals. And we'll say, okay, where did they go? Oh, they went into the barn. You know, it's all the same as you would in an older group of kids, except that you're reading the story to them, not making them read it. Just helping them to understand that they need to kind of pay attention to what's going on. It helps. What are the strategies implemented to, okay, got that one. How do you feel at the end of the day? Good days, I feel awesome. When they get what's going on and they answer the questions and nobody goes home crying, that's awesome. Other days I just go home and plop down on the chair and go, phew, that's done. Changes from day to day. What is the preferred method or strategy to deal with students who are being difficult? We usually pull them out of the main group, especially if they are lashing out at the other kids. Pull them out. We have a time away spot. They sit on that spot, and as soon as they calm down, then whichever adult is back there with them, and it's either me or the other aide, and we talk about what they did, the choices that they made, how they could make a better choice. Just constant reminding. Say, remember we're not supposed to do this. We're not supposed to do that. And then they're calm. Everything's calm. We're going to go back. Okay, it's time to go back. We're going to keep our hands to ourselves. We're going to listen to the story, and we're going to lunch afterwards, or so that they can see there's an end to this activity that they do not like. We're going to do this, and then you get to have lunch. We're going to do this, and then we're going to go outside to play recess. Let them know that there's going to be a reward when they make good choices, and then when they're a good listener. It's always good and important to be consistent, as in raising your own children, as in anything else. Be consistent. Don't send out mixed signals. If at one time it's wrong to be laying on the carpet and rolling around when everybody else is supposed to be sitting down, then it's always wrong to do that. Always stop them from doing it. Pull them aside. Remind them the right way to do it. Because if you're letting them do it every now and then, they're not going to know. You have to let them know. There's boundaries. There's guidelines. And they're good. They're going to learn it. It's easy. I think that's it. I think being firm, fair, and kind is very important with the kids. I can't think of anything else. I wrote down a whole bunch of notes here, but I think I've covered it all. So if there's any questions that I didn't answer, or any further things that I can help with, let me know, and maybe I can add another video. But I hope this helps. Being an instructional assistant is a very rewarding position. I would not want the teacher's job. Good luck to all of you. It's hard work. It's very rewarding work, but it's hard work. And I enjoy playing with the kids and going home. Okay, good luck. Bye.